What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? This is going to be an interesting show. Not a long one, but I kind of wanted to go ahead and tell you guys about this act that was enacted back in 2022 because this could actually save Braxton Wells. He possibly can have a case against Mark E. Swinton, Tyler Perry Studios, and whoever else if he uses this act. Let's go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and then we'll get into it after the intro, you guys. What's up, everybody? It's your boy AT2 bringing you another episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2. How everybody doing? How everybody living? How everybody feeling today? You know, I always get compliments when I go out and wear my BET shirt because it's the old school BET logo. I got it from Wally World. Wally World. But what's up, everybody? What's up, beautiful? Thank you for being here. What's up, Adrian? Hello. Megan is here. My notifications are on time tonight. Oh, good. I'm happy that the notifications work. So a couple of things. You guys can either sign up to be a part of my broadcast channel on Instagram, and I'll give you guys that link right now. Or make sure when you hit the notification bell on YouTube, you press all because I think it automatically puts it on customize or something like that. No, make sure you put it on all because if you put it on that customize, you won't get the notification. So I just wanted to let you guys know. Where my link at, y'all? No, not change name. Give me the goddamn link, oh. Hold on. Can you not do the link on the computer? Is that what it is? No, I don't want to change the name. I don't want to do that either. Okay, we'll figure out that later. But anyway, what's up, everybody? How everybody doing? What's up, Citizen Morgan? What's up, Southern Belle? What's up, Lady Grace? What's up, everybody? Oh, you just did. Okay, good. I'm happy that you guys were able to do it. What's up, Sassy Paws? How you doing? Hopefully you're doing well, Sassy Paws. It's nice seeing you again. I've been missing out on a lot, so maybe you'll update me later. But anyway, you guys, so I wanted to talk about this Braxton Wells and Tyler Perry situation. I know AT2, we talked about it yesterday. Well, we're going to talk about it again, damn it. Because I was doing some research on doing a Vince McMahon video. For those of you guys don't know, Vince McMahon, of course, he didn't create the WWE, but he was the owner of the WWE, and they had to let him go because one, he was using the money to pay off women that he was having relations with and shit like that. And two, there's this woman named Janel Grant who said, like, you know, he basically trafficked her, assaulted her, made her have sex with his friends. And listen, I will always respect Vince McMahon's contribution to the wrestling industry, but he a nasty motherfucker. Nasty. He allegedly he shitted on this girl's chest and then continued to have sex with her, him and his friend. Nasty mofo, nasty, dirty old man, dirty bastard. And his wife works for the Trump administration. He's still married to Linda McMahon, y'all. After all of this, just nasty. But anyway, so she is one of the people who got paid off, right? However, she then filed another suit because there's this thing called the Speak Out Act. And I never heard about this. And so this act could possibly save Braxton Wells too. I was going to say as well, but you might get confused if I say Wells as well. So that's why I was trying to mince my words. Sorry. Let me pull it up here. Hold on. So it's called the Speak Out Act. And then let me blow it up and make it bigger for you guys. All right. So the Speak Out Act is a U.S. federal law that invalidates pre-dispute non-disclosure and non-disparagement clauses in agreements related to sexual assault and sexual harassment disputes. This means that the employers cannot prevent employees from speaking out about these issues and agreements signed before a dispute arises. The act aims to empower victims of sexual misconduct to share their experiences without fear of legal repercussions from prior agreements. So this kind of had me thinking, you guys, if it's possible, the reason why they were coming at Storm and another content creator that I know personally, was it because they can't go after Braxton because of this act? Put a 1 in the chat if you heard about this act before. Put a 2 in the chat. No. This was signed in 2022 under the Biden administration. So I had no clue about this, but I was like, yo, when I was looking into that Vince McMahon situation, I was like, oh, wait, this must be what Braxton Wells is trying to do. But I don't think Braxton knows, and also he can't articulate this either. So he probably doesn't even know about this. It says key aspects of the Speak Out Act prohibits pre-dispute NDAs and non-disparagement clauses. The act voids the enforceability of these clauses in agreements signed before a sexual assault or sexual harassment dispute arises. Focus on sexual misconduct. The law specifically addresses sexual assault and sexual harassment disputes. Applies to federal, state, and tribal law. There you go. But something that's interesting is that we always knew if there was something criminal going on, you couldn't just you couldn't make somebody sign an NDA to cover up any kind of criminal or crimes being created. These are more like, hey, you work for me, you can't tell my personal business kind of things. But if crimes are being committed, you can still speak. That's why everybody during the Diddy trial, they signed an NDA. However, they were able to speak because they were trying to charge him with crimes, So that's what made it different. But I was all like, if this situation is true, I think Tyler Perry and Mark, they will have something to worry about. But then again, I kind of go back to what I was saying. That NDA, we don't know what that was for. You know what I mean? We still don't know. That NDA could have been an injury on the job, or it could have been an HR situation, like an employee or HR, somebody in HR or a director or a writer said something or offended somebody. Like, it could be a multitude of different things. We don't know if that was for that situation with Mark. Because then too, what if this was like I put you on an NDA that we gonna have a relationship together and you can't tell anybody about my relationship because I'm trying to hide my personal business. And so there could be different things why the NDA was signed. But again, if we're going with Braxton's story, if the NDA was signed to cover up some crimes that were committed, then yeah, he has every right to speak out, and he has every right to talk. True, the person can omit information. NDA, yep, but Braxton went into the NDA with his eyes open, and it's just been 4 lawyers to handle this. And that's the other thing about this too, because something that I had to remember, Braxton last payment was in April. And I think if I remember correctly, he said something to Storm about like he spent all that money already, like the money's gone. So the lawyer got 200 and something thousand, and he actually got 300,000. So the lawyer didn't take took. I want to say the lawyer took about 45% compared to his 55%. And his because the NDA was signed October 2024, and he was getting paid like throughout like a 3-month period, and his last payment or 3 payments, and he got paid in April. That was his last payment right there. So something tells me, I think once Derek Dixon lawsuit hit, and he realized like, oh shit, I ain't got no more money. Like, I need more. But then, beautiful, how do you spend up 300,000 like that? How do you spend up that kind of money that fast? You say he spent his money on teeth? That's what it. I think those are his teeth. Or hell, maybe they're not had cavities. I don't know, but I think those are his teeth. That's funny. They threw him the NDA in that Apple Pay. They did not wait. Oh, I can read it right here. They did not take him seriously. I do not think there is a lawsuit. Mm. Essie did say that Brandon looked like he was wearing an expensive choke necklace chain around. Some people did mention like, Braxton looked like he spent the money, on materialistic things and not what he was supposed to spend it on, right? Listen, just anticipate. I don't know if he on the cocaina or he a powderhead, but it's giving powderhead. What's up, Grandma Joy? How you doing? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Miss you too. Thank you for coming back, and thank you for the super chat. Oh, it's always good to see everybody come back. 3K is not enough to live in Atlanta for. Well, no, he lives in Los Angeles actually. But even in Los Angeles, you can't spend 300,000 within. I think his first payment was in December. Yeah, his first payment was in December. So, yeah, you can't spend that in 9 months. No. 300,000 in 9 months? Because I know his rent ain't like 15,000 or something like that. Like this fool wasn't no Denzel or no Michael B. Jordan. Like this fool was like he had roles as extras and stuff like that. I don't even think he had speaking roles. Yes, Ronnie. Yeah, welcome back, Grandma Joy. Yes, we're happy to have her back. Gave her pay and broke his neck. Right, you did all of that and you broke. You did all of that and you still broke. It said, "Watch me work." But yeah, like that's crazy. You spent up all that money, and I know he has a wife now. I don't know if they have any kids or not. I think he mentioned that he has a kid, but even then, like you can't spend up 300,000 in 9 months unless he literally was blowing through it doing stupid ignorant shit. That's the only thing I can think of. If he was blowing through that money doing ignorant shit, then that's on him. If he was, partying, going to on vacation and trips and stuff like that, that's on him. And then after he spent up his money, he found God. Listen, I didn't say it. Y'all said it. Miss Barber, you need to check your DM, by the way. And this reminds me, because let's go ahead and do a shameless plug real quick. So this Friday and Saturday, I will be offering a group StreamYard class. This will be perfect for beginners. Let me take down Miss Barber comment real quick. This will be perfect for beginners. Please let me know if you're interested. All payments made, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all that good stuff. I put it on my community tab if you need to know what my tag is. But yes, I will be doing StreamYard classes. So the group class is going to be at 11 a.m. my time, Pacific Standard Time. So figure out what time that is your time, but it's going to be 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So it's going to be on Friday the 15th at 11 a.m. And then there will be another one on Saturday, the 16th at 11 a.m. And then for a special price of $30, I will be doing a 30-minute one-on-one if you would like. So $15 is if you want to be a part of the group session, $30 for a one-on-one. So that's how it is. What about the other system? OBS, I'm not teaching that right now. I gotta familiarize myself with the system more, because we'll all be struggling in there, and y'all be all like, "I paid for this shit." So not yet. Give me like a month, and then I'll be able to. Yeah, give me like a month on that one. So, when will you start AT2? You mean for the OBS system, the old dirty bastard? Um, Give me like a month. Yeah, I'll say a month. Give me like a month, and then I should be confident with that system. Yeah, once I'm confident with it, I don't mind doing it. But anyway, going back to the story. So, what do you guys think about Braxton? Do you think that um he has a case against Mark in Tyler Perry Studios, or is he SOL? Again, it's been a month since he spoke out, and has he reached out to a lawyer? Like, do we know what he's doing? What was his last post? Hold on, let's see what his last post was on Instagram, because I would definitely like to know that. Okay, let's see. What was the date of his last post? July 10th was the date of his last post. Yep, July 10th. So I know that sometimes he'll post on his Instagram story, and it's usually like biblical quotes and stuff like that. It's nothing major. Um, I just think that it definitely is important for you to be seeking legal representation if you're taking this serious, because okay, if you just wanted to put them on blast, let me say this. We didn't really know anything about Mark. We didn't really hear anything about him, but we don't care. Now, as far as Tyler Perry, we know what it is and we know what it ain't. You not really shocking us. We're not gonna go, oh my God, that's what they're doing. No, we already know. It's not really shocking. And I hate to put it that way, you guys. I hate to like minimize it, but we're not out here like, oh my God, I can't believe this is going on. No, we think it, we expect it, like it is what it is. I hate to put it like that. They always went to church. Yep. Uh-huh. I won't bet any money on Braxton because there's too many holes in his story. Right. Just like how he asked, well, not asked, but after he was sent that money, he said he had a good time the other night. So you had a good time the other night? I'm glad the demons was exposed. Cat Williams prophecies prophesizes. Every demon will be exposed. Thank you, Jesus. Well, we don't know if they're demons, Miss Barbara. Let's band together, do private lessons for everything. Oh, okay. Oh, that's also another thing. He said that he got. Thank you, real. I appreciate that. Really real. So again, if it's true that he caught the herpaderp from from Mark, then Mark will have to, provide his records and tell us. But then what if we find out from Mark that he doesn't have the herpaderps, right? And then we find out, oh, well, who'd you get it from? It kind of reminds me of the situation with how Clayton is suing Cassie or whatnot. Well, you're going to have to prove that she was the one that gave you a disease. And I want to let you guys know something too. in most states, I believe it's like 30 something states, they got rid of that law where if somebody gives you a disease, like they go to jail and stuff like that. 30 states got rid of that law. Um, Let me see if I can find it real quick. Which state can you sue if someone gives you a STD? Okay, in any state you can potentially sue. Like I know, so you can sue, but it's like this certain rule about like negligence and stuff like that. Okay, I can't find it, but whatever the law is, I know that it's hard for you just to prove that somebody gave you something, and then even if okay they did, you have to prove their intent was to infect you and ruin your life and all that stuff. It's harder than what it actually is. For the government to get rid of that law is letting you know that rather spread the disease to make money on pharmaceuticals, disgusting, with your chest. Plus, getting the medical records could be an obstacle. That is true. Jail time. Uh, what's up, Marlon? Due to child trafficking, that's why. Okay, I'm just catching up on what you're saying. Oh, you know what? I said that I was gonna drop the link. I'm sorry. Braxton is full of shit. Gotta say it like, ooh, thank you, thank you, thank you. No, I appreciate that. No, like I said, I think Braxton went along to get along. I don't think that he's this victim. But again, I'm saying that if he is, he could use this law to help him. And we ain't gonna pretend that Derek and Braxton are world class actors. That's another thing, If they were successful, I think we'll be like, oh yeah, we could definitely see this. But the fact that they're not like these big time actors, it got us looking like, okay, well, shit. What else? Like, did you think you got them acting roles because of your talent? I mean, look at Christian Keys. Christian Keys can't act for shit. God damn it. Tell me your favorite Christian Keys role. Don't worry, I'll wait. Shout out to the hospital picture crew. Tell me your favorite Christian Keys. What's your favorite movie or TV show he was in? Don't worry, I'll wait. Oh, we waiting? Oh, okay. I see nobody got an answer. Darren Dixon, I didn't even know he was an actor. Like, I was like, who the hell is this suing Tyler Perry? So again, Braxton Wells, like, what's your favorite role he did? Shit, we don't know. Black Coffee. I've never seen it, heard it. Is that a song? That sounds like a song, actually. All the Queen's Men. Fair. That's the show he created. He lied on YouTube. Black coffee. Okay, I'll look that up. Okay, somebody else said black coffee. Okay, I'll look it up. Okay, I'll give it a chance. Yeah, but Braxton, what's your favorite role movie? Derek Dixon, what's your favorite role movie? Don't know, right? And I can't say hmm. Yeah, no, no, no. That wouldn't be a good example because I was thinking of like women who probably had something negative to say about Tyler Perry, but the only one would be Monique. But Monique did win an Oscar, and she's working again. So that one, I will say, okay, Monique is one, but again, that doesn't have sexual implications in it, compared to a lot of the other people. The what we're talking about now, that's all about, sexual harassment, assault. Monique's situation was literally like, we're going to stop her from working, and we're gonna use our influence in the industry and tell them how horrible she was. Which I'm surprised. Why didn't Monique ever sue? I thought that would be a easy lawsuit for her to sue. Now, remember, she sued Netflix. She's suing. I forgot who the parent company is, but whoever owns the Parker, she has a current lawsuit or case with them over royalties and stuff. Her and Constance Vaughn. Oh, please, women are very. Y'all are crazy. I hate y'all. um, I am showing my dumbness right now, but when I read your title for your live a few weeks ago with no glasses, I thought it said Tony Braxton was after TP. Oh, Tony Braxton. I know. You kind of think of like the Braxtons when you think of that name. You think of like Tony, Tamar, all the Braxtons when you hear that name. Like, I rarely think of anybody else when I think of the name I don't even know another Braxton, you know? She was blackballed and hard to prove that she was blackballed. That could be another thing too. That might be hard to prove that she was blackballed, especially if she did work. You know what I mean? And Christian Keys was in Diary of a Mad Black. What's Christian Keys? No, no, I think you're thinking of Shamar Moore. Yeah, you're thinking of Shamar Moore, not no, no. Oh no, we heard. Maybe she needed to negotiate the expenses during the prom. Yeah, it was that whole thing. How she didn't want to go on that trip to go promote the video, the movie. Which, like she said, like if you wanted her to go promote it, then pay me. He's went silent. Yeah, that's one thing we'll always remember. He went silent no matter what. The lady from Hustle and Flow was blackballed, and now she is working. These men need to step it up. Oh, I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. No, he had a non-speaker. Oh, okay. I didn't know that he was in that. Okay. What's up, T? Thank you. Everyone wants TP money. Yeah, they want his money. I think honestly, to tell you the truth, hopefully Tyler Perry got a little smarter. Um, Again, I didn't report on the situation with him and Mariah Carey's ex. I don't know if they humping or hunching. I don't know. Excuse me. They were on that yacht or whatnot, and you seen them together, but I mean, they weren't doing anything sexual or anything like that, so I can't draw a conclusion. The only thing I can say is if it was consensual, then it's consensual. Yeah, I was just talking about my BET shirt. Everybody always asks me where I got it from. I got it from Wally World. Yeah, straight from Walmart. Oh, I probably shouldn't have stretched it out like that. I don't want to mess up the neck. But yeah, with what is his name? Brian Tanaka. Is that what Mariah Carey's ex name is? Let me see. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Okay, I can show you here. Here we go. Yeah, the dancer guy. He's actually in Tyler Perry's Black Beauty in Black on Netflix. He's an actor too. Yeah, right there. You know what? Now that I look at this picture, Tyler Perry do look like, oh shit, they caught us. And Brian's like, oh damn, it does look kind of bad. Uh-huh. Listen, like I said, I hope this relationship is consensual. As long as it's consensual, hey, what can we do? We can't do anything. Again, consensual relationships, who are we to judge? Is when it's not consensual. That's when there's a problem. Oh, they doing it. Okay, to be petty, let's go ahead and do a 30-second countdown. Do you think that Tyler Perry and Brian Tanaka, do you think they knocking the boots? 30 seconds. Yeah, I think they just homegirls. I don't think um yeah, I think they just homegirls. I don't think they knocking the boots, y'all. They just homegirls. I'm not saying nothing. No, you better say something, Jay. Don't leave us hanging. uh, thank you, Susie. Bumping. Now y'all about to give me a cease and desist sent to me. Damn it. Tyler is giving a pair of boots too. He wants to give a pair of boots too. Oh, I get what you're saying now, Miss Barbara. Yeah, homegirls on a yacht. That's what it is. They just homegirls. Like they ain't I don't think they're getting down like that. Yeah, they just homegirls. I think also too, well, here's the other thing. I don't know if you guys know, but when Tyler Perry goes to like when he was going to the Cowboy Carter show, I think he went to like 3 or 4 of them. He would bring Brian. Brian would be there too at the Cowboy Carter show. So um I don't know if he has Brian has a relationship with Beyonce. I know Tyler Perry does, but again, if Tyler Perry is the one, let me just shut up. Y'all, they just homegirls. They ain't together. They just homegirls. That's it. This show is so unserious. Okay, nobody's coming up, so we'll go ahead and end the show right there. Like I said, it wasn't gonna be a long show. I just kind of wanted to drop this information and then let y'all sit on it. So Braxton, if he's telling the truth, he can go ahead and use the Speaking Out Act to try to get some justice. And hopefully he does. If he feels like this is the right thing to do, then do your thug thizzle. All right, you guys, we're gonna get out of here. Love y'all. Be safe. We out. Deuces, everybody.